So Black Ops Cold War is on a lot of people's poo-poo list. I have to say, I didn't expect so much negativity towards a Treyarch game, but there's a lot of it. And while I share some, I need to say the thing that I said for the last 3 Call of Duty games. We have to wait and see because we're rational people. And we know that there's a pattern with Call of Duty games. They come out and they're not right for like 4 months. It takes 4 months for these games to get to a point that we can sort of accept them, and they get the weapons nerfed and they fix the spawns up a little bit. You know, I love Modern Warfare, but that game at launch was hell. It was shotguns and game crashes and spawns. I mean, getting spawn trapped and kill confirmed wasn't on my to-do list when I bought Modern Warfare, but there it was happening consistently. So you see, there's this problem where we want the best for our franchises, our favorite video game franchises, but at the same time, we apparently know nothing about them. Call of Duty games, FPS games in general, really never launch at 100%. Anyone that tells you that Battlefield 1 was perfect at launch is lying to you. And anyone that says that Titanfall 2 was perfect at launch is lying to you. They took months to get to a point where people could really stand by them as products. Because nothing launches perfectly anymore. I'm starting to think it never did, but I mean, now especially, developers are designing games with this notion in the back of their mind that, you know, don't take it too hard, you know, you can fix it later. You know, whether you're an architect or a cashier, just imagine if every piece of work you did could be fixed later with a patch. It could be fixed months from now, or weeks from now, or days from now, but it's going to be able to be fixed later. You know, time and budget permitting, it can be fixed later. So people are designing games at this point with that in mind, that they can fix it some other time. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with that concept because it's factual. You can release a broken, crappy game, like let's say Ghost Recon Breakpoint, and then over the course of like a year, or maybe more than that, God, when did that first come out? I have to look that up. But over the course of a long time, you can release content and updates that provide people the experience they wanted when the game first came out. You can do that. That's a possibility. And then by the time it's fixed, it's been out for so long, it's on sale so often, you can build a player base from there. And that's sort of the principles we're dealing with at this point, sort of the work ethic we're seeing at this point, where developers know they can release a broken and shitty game and then 6 months from now fix it to some degree, and then by that point it's going to be on sale, and places like Amazon and Best Buy are going to be blowing out copies of it because, you know, it's not the hot shit anymore. So yeah, you can buy it then, and you can get a big spike to your player base. You know, games have done this for a long time. We've seen really amazing success stories like Battlefront 2. Battlefront 2 launched a broken, annoying, microtransaction-riddled mess, and then it became, now it's like a cult classic. Like, I'm talking about EA's Battlefront 2, obviously. It's like a cult classic now, and people know it's kind of bad, but they like it because the developers put their heart into it. Battlefield 4, one of my favorite FPS games of all time, is a fucking travesty if you look at the launch, but if you look at it now, it's a really, really fun travesty, and I really appreciate that about it. So, with Black Ops Cold War, and I really hope I wasn't calling it Black Ops 4 earlier, but whatever. With Black Ops Cold War, there are so many things I don't like. There are so many things I don't like, but I know they can change. We saw COD World War II get a big, massive overhaul. We got to see the perks get rearranged in Modern Warfare. You know, Modern Warfare, God help it, you know, it really needed a lot more love than it got, but at the same time, it is miles better than it was when it came out. Miles better. So, I think we need to relax. I see a lot of you guys saying you're just returning the game and you're done with the game, and a sick little part of me is excited about that because I like the idea that Treyarch is sort of being held to the standard that I don't think they were being properly held to after Black Ops 3. I like the idea that a Call of Duty game can come out and even massive Treyarch fans can go, okay, fuck this, you guys do not deserve my money. A sick part of me likes that because I'm personally not enjoying this particular game that much. I haven't played the multiplayer since the Double XP ended. So, you know, I have a sick little desire when I have an opinion. I like when people share it. But some of you guys seem a little bit hasty. You're not like irritated with the current state of it or the design of it. You're just mad. You're furious. And some of you are dealing in total hyperbole. Okay, you're not describing systems and hypotheticals that make sense. You're talking about putting entire magazines into people and they all miss, and Then when somebody comments saying, well, is your bullet velocity maybe the problem? What gun are you using? And then the person says, like, doesn't matter, I returned the game. It's like, okay, fuck, well, I don't know. Well, what do you get out of that? Are you new to AAA FPS games? Are you new to Call of Duty? We have to wait and see. They could do changes to gunplay, weapon balance spawns, they're gonna add more content. I stand by my opinion, this game is not worth buying right now unless you're a hardcore Call of Duty fan and you have friends that want to play it with you. But in a month, we'll have to see. In 2 months, we'll have to see. Again, around February 1st, you guys are gonna see me take my gloves off, okay? And I'm gonna tear into this game. I am seeing a lot of criticism about the game's gunplay, about the game's maps, about the game's score streak system, and I think it's important that we just give them time to process that feedback. Some feedback's pointless. Like, fix all of your maps, but back when Modern Warfare came out. Or just remove skill-based matchmaking. Now we have Cold War, just remove it. It's like, okay, well, first of all, skill-based matchmaking has been in every Call of Duty game. Okay, and it's also important to note that the strength of it has not been measured by anybody actually collecting data yet. So we'll have to wait and see about that. It's also important to understand that the launch periods of Call of Duty have always been sweaty. I remember back during Call of Duty Ghosts, I had my ass kicked up and down the night Call of Duty Ghosts came out. Same for Advanced Warfare. Okay, same for Black Ops 3. They're sweaty as shit. They're absolutely sweaty as shit. See, I got Black Ops 2 during Christmas. My family wasn't super liquid at the time, and so it was pretty hard to, grab $60 games at launch. So, but they got it for me as a Hanukkah present, which would be around that time. I believe it was around Christmas. So Christmas noobs had already picked up the game. And so my experience with the launch of Black Ops 2 wasn't really the launch of Black Ops 2. So that was cool. I actually really liked coming in during Christmas, and I think a lot of people should wait until December 25th or so to pick up the game or download it. Voice crack. But either way, don't mass return your titles, don't scream at them about skill-based matchmaking, stop demanding entire overhauls, just wait, see what happens. Okay, we're gonna see how they make moves. They've already nerfed the MP5. They've definitely heard our complaints about the MP5. They've nerfed it already. They reduced its range and increased its recoil. Okay, that's a good start. That means that they're willing to just poke their finger in the game and go, okay, fix that gun because people are complaining, and then go back to working on a larger patch. I love that. That's a good sign. We have no bad signs. We might have a bad base. I think the game is sort of a bad base right now. I don't think it's as strong as it could be in terms of the amount of content and how distant it is from how a lot of people perceive Call of Duty. Yeah, it has the flow down, but you kind of talk about gunplay, talk about the score streak system, and I feel like the game sort of falls apart. But regardless of my opinion, there is a universal, indisputable pattern that has to play out here. The game has come out, and now we wait for them to update it. If you expected a different reality when buying a Call of Duty game at launch, you're ignorant, okay? If you bought it without watching reviews and then you're like, wow, this is a big surprise. No, it's absolutely not. So, I think relax is the word of the day. I said this during Black Ops 4, I said it during Modern Warfare, and Modern Warfare, by the way, guys, Infinity Ward lost my trust with Modern Warfare. I made a whole video about this. Okay, Infinity Ward did not get my praises. They did not communicate with us. They secretly patched things. It was a gross misuse of their development time to treat the game the way they did. And I feel like they should be held accountable for that. They really let me down. I love their product, but the way they handled it was nightmarish. And I don't think we're going to see that with Treyarch. I think they can be a little bit better in that regard. And I think they saw the criticisms. I think they saw the criticisms that Infinity Ward got. And I think they're going to try to seek to prevent that. At least I hope so. That's my idealist view. But we'll see. Again, around February, we'll be able to see where the game is moving and how Treyarch is responding. But we gotta let them have their holidays, man. These developers have to have Thanksgiving and Christmas. They get to have a New Year's break. They don't deserve to sit there and slave for you through the holidays so that you can have a better Call of Duty experience. That's unrealistic and downright selfish. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let's just try to keep our criticisms concise and constructive. But we all can have a little hyperbole and a little outrage as a treat for later, okay? See you later, guys.